Today, we'll be analyzing the Hibreak Pro Eink smartphone on Verizon and AT&T USA. I'll start with Verizon, but everything I say will provide context for AT&T as well as T-Mobile, so please stick around for the whole thing. So first, let's take a quick look at the hardware. The previous Hibreak was based on the Hisense A5, but this time it seems to be based on the Hisense A9. Looks pretty good. The hardware looks great. Hopefully the software is good. There have been some complaints on r/Bigme about the software, so hopefully Bigme has figured it out by now. But let's go on to the main topic, the cell bands. So this is the official store page for the Bigme Hibreak Pro, and these are all the bands it supports. So let's take a look at this band list and compare it to Verizon. So this is the list of bands that Verizon uses in the USA. The key thing to know is looking at the frequency bands. And basically, the lower the number, the better it is at going into like really remote areas or rural areas or getting deep inside buildings. And this 700 megahertz frequency band is really important for that. And that corresponds to band 13. If you want a quick review of frequency bands, you could take a look at this Verizon article, but basically lower number is better for getting into wide areas, rural areas, remote areas, deep inside buildings, yada yada yada. And for Verizon, that's band 13, that's really important. So let's do a quick analysis of past Eink phones. The past Hibreak was 4G only, and it only supported band 2. Only one band is not great, so it worked okay, not great. The Bigme Hibreak Pro, if you analyze the band list from the previous page, it supports band 2, band 66, as well as N5 and N77. B refers to 4G and N stands for 5G, just FYI. The overall conclusion, it's better than any other Eink phone available today, but the lack of low band band 13 means you may have trouble in really rural or remote areas or deep inside buildings. And obviously, it's not going to be as good as any actual USA phone that does support all the bands. And that's probably the biggest disadvantage of getting a Chinese smartphone or any international smartphone that's not meant for the USA market. And if some of you are probably thinking about workarounds, but remember, Chinese phones in general do not support eSIM or Wi-Fi calling. So if you're thinking about getting around the reception issues with this, that's not going to work. Sorry. But remember, this is all just in theory. Make sure you go to the Cell Mapper website for your area and make sure you look at both the 4G and the 5G antenna in your area to make sure you can expect to have good Verizon reception in your area. Okay, make sure to check it. And you can also just change the provider to T-Mobile or AT&T if that's what you're looking after too. If you want to do something more practical, you can type this special secret code into your iPhone to activate the field test, and you can click serving cell info to figure out your frequency band indicator. You saw that, right? See, frequency band 66, so that's how you do it on iPhone. If you have an Android, then you'll need to download the Cell Mapper Android app, and you can see that the band number is highlighted here. It'll just tell you whatever band you are currently connected to, and that's the same thing for the iPhone as well. It'll just tell you what band you're currently connected to if you want to like test out what band you're connected to when you're in various areas. Like, I don't know, deep inside your office building or deep in the woods, that sort of stuff, you know. If you want full details, you go check out the official store page over here. If you're interested in a different carrier like T-Mobile or Mint Mobile, this is what we got. I'll put a referral link in the description. I use a $15 a month 5 GB plan. Pretty good, pretty affordable, good value, I'd say. But you might want to stick to Verizon if you want. If you're interested, here's some background information for T-Mobile. Low band information. Notably, the Hibreak Pro lacks band 71 and band 12 on the low band for 600 and 700 megahertz, so that's definitely pretty bad for cellular reception and building penetration. And if we look at AT&T, it turns out that Bigme selected bands, so the analysis that everything I said for Verizon, exact same thing, applies to AT&T. It supports the exact same bands. You got band 5, you got band 66, you got band 2, and band 77. So exactly the same analysis. Everything I said for Verizon applies to AT&T. If you like this sort of content, please like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe check out this other video about me using a bunch of different Android apps on a Hisense A9 Eink smartphone. Thanks for watching.